when we talk about Maven, so Maven is just a build automation tool. So it's like, let me write it here. So it's all right. So when I say build automation tool, mostly this tool is used by a developer. Okay. So mostly developer use this tool, and they use this tool for many reasons. So for cleaning artifact, for install their build. So when I say build, to test their build, compile their build. So all this is the, I would say, life cycle, and compile. All right. So whenever a developer work on any specific project, let's say this is a project they are working on. So once the chunk code of the piece of code is ready, they just release the build. And you might heard about the things like okay, we have the new build is released for testing. So every time they release a new build, and we perform a testing on that. So in Maven, there's a facility, we'll not go into that deep, because see, that's the more developer part, but they create a different jar file and bit file. There's one more file as well. So they create jar and bit file, and they deployed this on any server, and from there we start our testing. Okay, that's the developer part. But yes, we use Maven for our purpose. The purpose is just like in this we can add. There's another feature we have in this Maven is like dependency. So we can add our dependencies. We can also use our plugin to add our plugins. And also, if suppose you are not having an Eclipse and you want to run your script, you can use this Maven, okay, and run your script without having an Eclipse as well, using a command prompt, I would say. Okay, so these are the things, and for that we have this Maven. Let's now another question will come up. The question is like why, I mean, see, okay, it's okay for dependency, for plugins, for running our script using a command prompt, but what is the need? So let's say this is the one project. Okay, so I would say this is my one project, and many teams are working on this project. So I have one. All right, let me just draw it properly. We have one team, we have another team, all right, and all are working on, let's say, same page. Okay, so suppose they are working on login, all are working on login page, but different features. Actually, it's not like login only we have one thing just there. They are working on login. Now what happened, if you will not use this Maven, what will happen? You will install, this tester will install some different version on his machine, like Selenium version. This person will have some different POI different version on his machine. This person will have a different version on his machine. So whatever will be the latest one. Sometimes it happens like whatever, let's say this person is having a 2.0 version, any like it could be Maven, it could be TestNG, it could be anything. Okay, this person is also using something, and he is using 1.0, and this person is also using 1.0. Sometime you will observe something is working on this machine because it's latest, and that is not working on this machine with this tester, and whatever it's running here, they will not, this tester will not able to, they will face some issue actually, because the version is different actually here. So to be on same page, we want everyone work on same version, and that's why we add dependencies and plugins there, so that they will be having same version. So what we basically do here in Maven is just like we use pom.xml file. This pom whenever you will create your project, whenever you will convert or create your project into a Maven, you will be getting this POM XML file. So this POM XML file is just, heart of this Maven actually. So let's look into this, how we can, how we can achieve all this. So as per the theoretical part, this is the only things which we have. We have a different life cycle. They can ask you in interview as well. They have in life cycle, we have clean, we have install, we have build, we have compile, we have package, one more. But we never use actually. It's mostly used by a developer. But we should know, it's good to know that, we have a different life cycle for this Maven. And Maven is a build automation tool. Okay. And we are using for our, as a tester, we are using for, adding plugins, dependencies. We can run our, project using a command prompt. We use for this purpose. All right. Because we never get, any build, because we are not working as a developer there. We are not building any builds. We are not creating any build there and deploying. We are just adding our dependency so that our purpose will be solved and we'll be on same page, and we can do all these things using a POM XML file. All right. So it's very easy to install. Let me show you that. So what you have to do, you have to come to your browser and you can say Maven download. For window, I would say, or even if let's try this. Right. If you come here, you have to just download this one. Okay, just download this one. It will be saved. This is G file. You can have this file anywhere in your folder. Okay, you can have anywhere this folder. And after that, let me open my one prompt as well. We have one command to check that MVN is installed on my machine or not. So I can check MVN version. So if it is configured on my machine, it will give you message here. It will tell you like which version is installed, which Maven version is installed on my machine. So it's already installed on my machine. It's a Apache Maven. You don't have to do anything. There's no installation for this actually. You have to simply, once you will download this, let's say if I download this one somewhere, it will be downloaded. I will unzip it and I will go to my environment variable. So here, if you come here and if you open this, you have to go to environment variable here, come here, and you can say you have to create two folders. I did only one thing here. I just gave the path where I'm having this folder, wherever you will be having this folder, you have to just give the path of that. You have to click on new. You can create one variable name, m2_home, and you can give this path where you have this Maven downloaded, and you can give value will be the path where you are having this. Again, it's always good. Sometime m2 is referred by program and sometime Maven_home is referred by the program. So better to create this two on your machine. You have to create two variables and just give the path there. That's it. All right. So this is the simple. Only just we have to add this Maven on your environment variable, and simply you have to come to your command prompt and you have to check. And if you are getting this option, okay, this is the version 3.6.3. If you are getting this one, then you are done with your Maven addition. Actually, it will be added actually on your machine. All right. Any confusion in this so far? It's very easy. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to install anything. Okay.
One question.
Okay.
So there are two variables created in environment variable creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Maven home.
Mm-hmm.
Can you open that?
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here we have to give where the Apache Maven that folder is present, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to give absolute path.
We have to read that, yes. Mm-hmm.
And
Here as well,
what
you will
about
see.
Maven home?
Yeah, it will be same actually, because previously I was having that my Maven on different location, so that's why it's there. Actually, I didn't change it, but you can have same there.
Means only we have to create one variable, right?
You can, I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. Sometime, you know, some program refer this m2 underscore home actually as a variable name. So better to create two variables, with one is with m2 underscore home and another is maven underscore home actually. Give same path there. So let's say down the line, it's not okay. Even you can give this, you can create one maven variable here and you are okay. But sometime you will face the issue that, you know, it's not recognizing actually. So it's better to create two variables there and give the same path there. There's no issue at all.
Same path.
Same path, but different variable. Name will be different. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So that you can do. So actually here it's, you know, previously I was having my Maven here on this location. That's why, you know, I have given this one. Otherwise it will be same. Both will be same. Path will be same. Okay. All right. So this is what you have to do. And then you have to check with using this command mvn version hyphen version, and you will get this message. If you are getting this message, you are good to go. Also in a new Eclipse, you are getting this already inbuilt in your Eclipse. So if you in Eclipse, if you want to check that whether you have a Maven install or not, so you have to just go to window. Oh, let me just 1 minute. Go to home actually. Okay. All right. Here you have to come to install new software. All right. And here you can see Maven, and you can hit enter. If you want to check already with have or not, so you can click on already installed, because already I have this one. So it's better to just go here and check. If you are having here, there's no issue. Some Eclipse, it will be come by default. Okay. So this one you will be getting. So Maven integration for Eclipse. If I click on, and if I say next,
How did you open this window?
new software from help. If you go to help, there will be option there, new window, install software, something like that. I'll show you that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So just wait for some time. It will be done, and then. So basically, let me show you. Let me turn here. So here, if you come, all right. So saying small set of definitions compatible date will upgrade download. You see. Next, accept, finish. Basically, you have to come here. You have to click on install new software. Okay.
Okay.
Let's wait to install it, and then we'll look into this. Yes. All right, now it's asking me to restart my Eclipse. I will restart it.
One question.
Yes, go ahead, please.
As you said, like it will be very helpful for only developer for build automation tool, right?
Yes, yes. So building the
Automatically build the
yep.
release the build, right? New release.
Yes, they can deploy it. Yes, they can give the
The
server name. Yes, and yep.
and what is the use for tester means?
We are using. I mean, see, it's more for. I mean, when this build, I mean, this Maven was ready. Actually, it was more designed for the developer, but we are using for our purpose. So here, our purpose is only just to add the dependencies and plugins and all that. Yes, so that
But
all. Mhm.
why do we need to install plugins and dependencies?
I explained you right here. Did you? I mean, you have a confusion in this actually. So let's say you are Pankaj is working on this, Farooq is working on
Okay.
this, Sheila is working
Just
on
for
this.
yeah, got it. Means just for only for means
To be on same page. If
okay,
you
yeah, for
Mhm.
platform independence.
Yes,
You might have platform independence, right?
yes.
Okay.
Right, there are so many uses of this Maven actually, but for tester we are using. I mean, we have a limited. We will have a limited user of this Maven actually. Okay, so here once you are done with this, if you come new, if you click on project, and if you see, you can see the Maven project here. All right. So you will see this Maven project here. If you want to click on this, you can say next. You don't need this create any artifact here. So you will say skip. Okay. And you'll say next. You have to give the group ID and artifact ID. So you can give anything. So let's say if I give first Maven project. Okay. You can give the same. This is a name only. It will be let's say if I finish this, you will be having your first Maven project here and it's building here. So just wait to be done. You will see the poem is created here. The folder structure is like this now. So Maven first, which you have given that artifact there, it will be coming here. All right. So now you will be having, why you have this Maven? Another one more thing here. You will be having proper structure here, folder structure. Why you need that? Because when you go for designing a framework, you will be having everything in at proper place, right? Like let's say if you are using different resources to run your script, you will be having everything in resource. If you want to have utility file, you will be having main Java. If you want to have all your test cases, you will be having in test Java. So it's proper structure here you are having here. Okay, so it will help us to create or design our framework as well. So that's the another advantage of this Maven. So you can have a proper folder structure, which we need. What basically we have, I mean, see why what is the framework actually? So framework is just the proper folder structure and rules regulation we follow, you know, to run our script actually. So that's why we use our framework. All right. So here, what we're gonna do, we'll look into the Maven first of all here. So let me do one thing here. I know there are different library, and what we do basically do here when we create any simple project. Let's say this is not a simple project. Let me create my simple project here. All right. So if this is my Java project. If I create my Java project here, let's say Java Pro. Let me give like this only. So if I create my, let me finish it. Don't read. No. All right. So this is my Java project. What basically I do actually, whenever I need to use my POI library, whenever I need my Selenium library, whenever I need my test engine library, what basically I do, I just come here, I just go to build path, and always I add all the library here in the library section, right? This is what I do every time. And let's say you are working on local machine, but what about the other people? They are also working on the same project, and they have to also do the same thing, right? At their machine, they have to go manually adding all the library there. And it can be happen that, you know, they will be having different, they will be adding some different version, right? So that's why here, instead of doing all this, adding all the library file manually, you can share this POM file with your team members, and they will add this POM file in their project, and all the library will be added to their machine as well. And you will be on same, all will be having the same library file with same version. So this is the only things which we use here. So let's come here now.
So how will you share this form.xml?
You can mail it, you can share it with GitHub, you can do anything, right? How you share the file actually? You share the file with mailing or sharing with GitHub?
Yeah, I got it. But how we have to download from here?
You have to just go to this path, and this is the POM file. Simply you just go to this folder, and you can by mail, email, you can send it by GitHub, you can upload there, they will get it from there. This file, if you want to send anything, how you will send it actually? So this is the only way, right?
Does it get created automatically, or you need to create the text?
It will create automatically when you create the Maven project. Okay, but it will be empty. If you open this, it will not have anything inside it. See, this is the group ID and artifact ID is there only. So now you have to add a dependency here, okay, based on your project requirement. So as of now, it's empty.
So, but one question. You mentioned that in the Maven, like it will give you the folder structure automatically. It will create those default folders, right?
Yes,
but you will be covering the folder structure, how it needs to be created in TestNG also, right?
See, when you work on TestNG, see, when you're talking about the framework, what is framework actually? I just want to understand from you guys, what is framework?
It's just the folder structure with the rules that we.
So you mean to say when we are using TestNG, we'll not use Maven? There's a rule there that will not use the Maven?
No, I was thinking that Maven was separate and TestNG was separate.
Here what we are doing, we are learning everything separately, and then we will put together everything actually and create a framework, right? This is what we do in framework, right? We'll put all the concept together, like POI. I mean our what you call actually POI API and all that, right? So we will be using all that together, and we'll be using that, right? So framework is nothing but, you know, we'll be when I'll be working on any framework, I'll be creating Maven project, because if my first job is just to have POM XML, so that I will not have any dependency with respect to adding all the library manually, and then I will be creating my TestNG project in this actually.
Okay, so that means I can either choose Maven, or I can choose adding all the required libraries manually and then setting up the environment variable, right? I can do it in 2 ways.
Right. Okay. So Maven is not an automation framework. Maven is a build automation tool. TestNG is a framework.
Okay.
TestNG is a framework. This is the build automation tool. This is not a framework. Okay, but this tool provides you proper folder structure. so that you can use it for building or designing your framework.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do it. And yeah, so let me do one thing here. So
Bharat sir.
yes.
Sir, I have a question, sir. Sir, like suppose one build is released, maybe named XYZ or features one. So it will be deployed to both development in environment and QA environment. Sir, it will be deployed with the help of CI integrations like Jenkins, or by which method it will be deployed?
See, that's the developer part actually. If I say frankly, that's we don't care actually. We get the build whether on test environment or developer environment based on your company how they are working actually. And as soon as that build is deployed, we start working on that for testing purpose, right? So that's their work actually. If they are doing with Jenkins. Jenkins is more scheduling for scheduling purpose. We use Jenkins, and this is for deploying. We use the Maven actually.
Sir, once everything is fixed, like the everything is done with QA environment, then sir, it will go to reproduction environment. Like the last stage will be reproduction, or in between there is some stage.
No, so there's no stage actually. When they will be done with their coding, it will the build will be ready and it will come to you guys for unit testing and integration testing. And once you will be done with that, it will go for UAT, user acceptance testing, and then it will go to production.
Okay, so in production we have to do some test, or it will be like we'll just do some basic testing in production level. I think it is the last test, like last stage.
No one, I mean, see, for different level, there is a different kind of tester actually. For UAT, there is a different set of team actually. They work on for UAT testing. If you are in a normal manual tester or automation tester, you will be doing your work actually. So when they will be working, if suppose UAT tester, you might heard about, that there's a call UAT tester. They hire UAT tester as well. So they work on real time of kind of, environment, and they perform.
And client will also be involved in UAT, I guess. Like
yes.
in user acceptance, client will be involved.
So before going to prod, it will be pre-prod testing. One more testing will be there. So their client will be involved, and they will be releasing actually for a specific customer, and their testing will be performed, and then it will go for production, actual production.
Yeah.
Okay. So every company have different concept actually. Some has after UAT testing, it just directly go to production. Some has a pre-prod as well. So after pre-prod, it go for production, final production. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So everyone follow different things actually in their company. All right.
Yeah. In some companies, there is in between QA environment and last production environment, there is something called stage environment where all the regression
That's what I'm
testing
saying.
is done.
See, depend on company to company actually.
Yeah,
so
it's
depend company to company actually. So, all right. So let's just stick to this actually. Otherwise, it will not be complete. All right. So here, what we're gonna do? We'll create one sample project in this to show you how it works, and we'll try to run this with our first of all Eclipse, and we'll run the same project with the command prompt, which we saw here in image that we can run with Maven command as well. All right. Let's do it. So here is my POM. This is the POM through which I will run my project or program, I would say. So here I will just go. So all the test cases will be under this test Java. All right. So what I will not do here, I will just come here. I will create my one package here. You can give any name to this package. So I'm just giving hello. Okay, so it's hello world. All right, so all right, let me just create it. My package is created, and now I will create one class inside it. You have to do the same thing which you are doing without Maven actually. Okay, so let's say if I create test hello world. Okay, so this is the one class I'm creating there inside of my page. I will not do anything. I will not add any test ng kind of thing here. It will be simple project. Just show you that how it can be run actually. So here, what I'll do, I will say public. There's one more method I'll be having here, void, and I will say hello. All right, this is my method name. I can give any method name. Now I will add one annotation here, just show you how it will work. Okay, so here I'm writing one annotation which is test. Don't take much stress on this. Actually, just see this is your method. Okay, I'll tell you why I use this one actually. So here, if you have this method, in this method, let's say I just want to print something. Right, so if I say hello world. All right, now if I say this annotation belong to test-ng, then what I need here, I need to add library files. I have to just come here and I have to just go to my build path. In build path, I will come here and I will add, just like Maven dependency, I have to add another dependency here to run my all the programs which are having a test-ng annotation. All right, to run a test-ng project or program, I need that library file. So this is the only one. This is one way I can come here. I can manually add the library file. I will just find the library file on internet and I will click on add external jar file and I will be adding all that here. But this is specific to my project. Okay, I will not do this. Instead of doing this, what I can do here is I can see, if you come here, you will be seeing two things here. So you will be having, let me just go here. Let me show you one more thing here. So let me, if I come here, you'll see Maven and this one. In Maven, if you open, there's nothing dependency added here. I shown you here, right? There's nothing there in the dependency. It's blank. Now let's do one thing. We will go to, because see this project belong to test-ng. We'll go to Google. We will search for test-ng dependency. Okay, this is the Maven. So Maven has all the dependencies. So I will open official site. Okay, let me, all right, let it open. So I will just go to Maven repository as well. All right. So here, this is my test-ng. If I want my test-ng library file for my POM XML, I can find it here. I can say, okay, this is the last version. This is the latest version, which I have here. I will click on this. This is the dependency I have here. I will just click on this. It will be copied to clipboard here. And I will just go to my POM file. So where's my POM file? This is my POM file, right? POM XML. I will come here. I will be doing here one thing. So I will say dependency. Under dependencies, I will be having different dependency. I will copy and paste this, which I was having here. Okay. So now my test-ng dependency is added. As soon as I will save this file, my dependency will be added to the library file. I will just go to Maven and I will check that. I will show you that. All right. So let me save it first. Now I'm saving it. Building 20% is here. And you will be seeing one more folder here, Maven dependency. It was not there before. If you open this, you will see the Maven library file is added there. Now, instead of telling my guys that, okay, you have to install, you have to go to test-ng website, you have to install, you have to add this library file, then it will be very difficult for them to do it actually. So instead of doing this, I will just simply give this POM file, because see, I have this POM file, and in this POM file, I'm having this dependency. I will just share this POM file with them and they will just paste here in their folder section and all the dependency will be added. Any questions so far? No, right? Okay. So I want test-ng. Another things, let's say I want some other things. Let's say I want to work on Excel sheet as well. I need here. So I will just go to Google. I will say UI. Okay. So if I just patch a file, I'll come here, I'll just click here, I will just add this dependency and it will be added. All right. So if I just copy this, if I come here, if under dependencies, I'll be adding all the dependencies. I'll say this one. And if I say save, again, building, and if I come to Maven, you will see the library file which is related to POI. It's there.
What is POI?
POI for Excel sheet. If you are dealing with Excel sheet, right? Definitely when you will be working on here, any project, you have to get the data from somewhere, right? And you have to work on this. So you need some supporting library file, right? So that's why you'll be using this one. This is for test engine for different framework actually. So it's very easy, right? I can add my dependency here and all the library file will be downloaded, right? And that's why we use this actually. All right. So now this is the one
question.
thing. Yep.
So you copy paste that dependency here, right? In form.xml.
Yeah.
Once you paste the dependencies, then what do you do next?
You don't have to do anything. You have to just save it, this file.
Okay.
As soon as you will save this, you will see this Maven dependency and you will see all the dependency which you have added here. It will be here. It will be display here. It will be added.
Okay. Once I save the file, then it will install, right? Means download the dependencies.
It will be added to your project. Yes.
That will be automatically happen.
Yeah, automatically. You don't have to do anything. This is the beauty of Maven actually.
Okay.
So this is done. All right. Now, if
you don't need to do anything with the build path or anything.
You don't need to do anything.
It's already...
No, you don't have to do anything. Okay. That's the thing actually. That's why Maven, everyone is using Maven actually. Okay. It's very easy to share with your colleagues as well. So if I say, okay, you are working on one project and you're saying, okay, I'm not able to find this. This is showing some error. I will say, okay, just share your POM file with me. I will check what dependency you added there. I will check that. Okay. So this is the one. Now, if I go to my project, if I hover on this, it will give me option to add test ng here. It was not there. So I have two things here. I can import it. I am getting this option because see, I added this test ng here in dependency. Or if I don't want, I can add manually test ng library as well. If I add here, if I click on this, it will be added where? It will be added to your, let me show you that. You will be adding, okay, let me just go to that place. You will be added here. So let me just do that. Even if you are having here and if you add manually as well, that's not a problem. So this is added here. So you are having Maven dependency as well. You are adding this as a manual as well. But this is not a good idea to do it actually. Okay, so I will just remove it actually from here. So to remove this, you have to just go here. All right, let me just, okay, yeah. Here, I'll just go to build path. Here, it's there. You have to just remove it because I don't need that. Okay, I will just come here. I will say import. And you don't have to do this JUnit. You have to do test ng notation. I will be adding here. It's imported, and now you're not getting an error here. Okay. So now one thing is done. Right? You are clear about this. Another thing. Now we have to run this project or this program actually. So what you have to do? You have to simply come here. You have to just go to run as. You will be getting different option. But again, I'm telling you, all option is not feasible or all option is not, for us test as a tester actually. We're not using all the test. We can do one thing. Most of the time we use actually Maven test for running our test, but this is different. What basically developer do actually when they're done with, their one build, what they do, they just clean the previous artifact. So they use clean. This is the life cycle, which we saw there on the picture. So they just, before doing something, they just clean the previous artifact and then they will install all the related libraries and all the files, supportive files, and they will test it actually. So sometime if we are facing some issue, we'll touch all these things. Otherwise, we'll not touch all this actually. So we will directly click on Maven test.
So you don't need a main function to execute run the program?
No.
Okay.
We don't need actually, because see here it's saying build fail actually. So our build is fail. So let me see what's the issue here. So yeah, this issue. All right. If I come here, scanning, dropping. So let me do one thing. And one more thing, let's update your project as well. So you have Maven, under Maven you have, if you are doing some changes, update it. Its project is selected here. You have to just say okay. We'll see, because see, this option was not. Can you please mute if there's so much background noise actually coming? Yeah, thank you. So here, let me try again. Test hello, and hello is printing here. So suppose if you face any issue, it's not working, you have to just click on this. You have to just go to Maven and update the project. It will update your project. Sometime we have to do it actually. Okay.
Sir, what will happen, sir, if you not update? If you not press update?
See, let's say, I mean, it's a very simple question. So if you will not refresh your page, sometime you're not able to see the things, right? Changes the things, right? Change whatever you change, right?
Okay,
anything,
okay.
if it is not working, you need to update, right? It's not only for this Maven, for anything actually. Somewhere, if you copy and paste somewhere, and if you will not refresh it, it will not reflect, right?
Okay.
So
and sir, about like a build, like a release, like so if the version is changing like every month, so do we need to update it manually, or it
yes,
will
you have
automatically?
to do it manually. You have to do it manually. So if you come here, if you says like there's a new update coming up, you have to change this. You have to just go to the Maven repository and you have to change it. And once you're done with this, you have to share this form file across your team. Got it? But it's very easy. It's, let's say you are having 10 tester in your team. It's very easy. One person will just check all the version. He will just add all the dependency and he will share this dependency with everyone.
So Bharat, I have a question.
Yep.
So you run that.
Actually, sir, I read
right?
I read somewhere that it will automatically give an update, and it will automatically update your version if latest version comes.
I don't think
so. I was like a bit confused.
No, it's not like that actually. See how there's no connection here. See, is there a connection with internet?
Yeah.
No connection. How it will update?
No.
So, okay. Anyone? Any other question?
Yes.
Yep.
So when you run this Maven test, what happened here?
See, we are printing this one hello world, right? It's for simple to understand you. I mean, like, how it's working. So here, if I check, I'm just printing this one and it's printing here.
Yeah, but by simple means simple creating simple project also, we can display this hello world, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Then why we need to?
See, you are going ahead actually, right? Down the line, you have to learn test-ng as well, right? Can you do all the things with your main method and everything? No, right? You need to create framework, right? Down the line as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it with that actually. That's not a problem. But see, we are now moving to test-ng. So that's why I added this test-ng annotation here. Now, down the line, what I'll do actually, I will be adding so many files here. I will be adding so many methods here, right? And I will be having different test-ng notation, because see, I want to create a framework in Maven project, right? So there's no sense. You cannot always stick to your main method. That's what I'm saying. In test-ng, there's no main method. Without main method, you can run your program.
Okay.
Okay. So here I'm not having any main method. It's directly I'm having method here and it's running for me.
So it is showing that test run 1 failure 0.
Yeah,
errors.
so test run 1, no, there's no failure, nothing. The time taken is this one.
So it will give report like
It will give you a report as well. I'll tell you about it actually. So it's very interesting. And yeah, so here what we're gonna do. So you are now okay with POM. Now I will not tell you how many dependencies you will be adding based on your requirement. I'm telling you again. See, right now I need only this test ng. I'm adding only for test ng. I need POI. I will add for POI. If you need something else, you will be adding that dependency there. Where? In the POM XML file. Now we will not be dealing with, directly go to that build path, build configuration, and adding manually all the dependency there, all the libraries there. Okay, so here we'll be adding all the dependency in POM XML file. Okay, all right. So here, this is the thing. Now, let's say this is the project which you ran with Eclipse, right? Suppose there's one tester, that person is not having Eclipse. How do you run this project? We need some platform, right, to run the program. Yes. So for that, you have to do one thing. You have to just click on this one, and I will just let me go to this project. All right. So only that person is having this file, actually, this project folder there. So let's say this is the folder which I'm having here. I'm not having Eclipse. I want to run this project. So I will just do one thing. I will come here. I will take a path of this. I will just open my command prompt. It's very easy. And there will be different command for different thing actually. So for this one, I'll be just say cd. Okay. So now this is my I'm here at my where I'm having program actually. So now what I have to do, you have to say Maven for test. You have to say Maven. You don't have to write complete Maven. It will be MVN and test. If it is Maven, install will be install. If it is a Maven package. Okay. So here we will be only just running it actually. So we'll just simply, as soon as I will write this, it will take a POI. It will check in POI and it will run your program actually. So if I say Maven test, I hit enter and it will just check. See, it's creating a jar file. I'm telling you that every time when you will running it, actually it will create a different bait file or jar file. It run successfully. It printed my hello world. It's a simple project. Even if you want to invoke your Chrome, Firefox, any browser, you can perform any kind of testing. See, you have to do one thing. You have to just simply come to here. Instead of writing hello, instead of writing hello world, you can write all your code. You can invoke your Chrome browser. You can run. You can check all the things. You can check all the validation, and you can run. You can write everything here, and you can run from here, and it will be your browser will be open and everything will be done. Okay, if something is issue here, it will say build failure. If there's no issue, it will say build success, and all is done here.
So when you are executing from the command line, then you don't need to install any Maven.
We already installed it,
or
right?
Eclipse or anything, right?
No, you don't have to do. You have to just add that Maven path in variable, right? I shown you environment variable. That you have to.
No, what I'm saying is, you mentioned that if you want to share this with your friends, even if they don't have Eclipse, they can execute it through the command line. So what are the things that they should have in their machine?
They have to only just Maven file, that zip file, right? I told you in the starting. So
okay.
that needs to be added to their environment variable. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. As soon as they will able to see this message MVN version, and if they are able to see this version and if all the details here, they are good to go.
Okay.
Perform the testing. All right. So
and what I mean, sorry, one more question. The folder structure that automatically created.
Yes.
Explain me what kind of test cases or kind of test goes into each folder.
So that's what I'm saying. All the test cases will come in. See, let's say you are having test case related to login, registration, everything will come here in test. Let's say you have some resources, like you have to add your different Chrome browser, Firefox browser, I browser, everything, all the resources which you need to perform the testing will come here in the resources.
Okay.
If you say, suppose you are writing some utility which you want to use or reuse every time, it will be coming here. It's not like, if you have utility here, it will not work. But this is the way which you can do it actually. So even if you have all the utility in this test, it will work. But this is the proper way actually, which you can do. So that it will be well organized and everyone can see. I mean, your code should be like, if you are going somewhere, if you are suppose on vacation and someone else is working on your project, that person should understand like what you have written and where all the things are having. So that's why we have a framework. It should be clean and neat. I mean, it should be very clean actually. Yes. So
what goes into that resource? Source test resources? Sorry,
I didn't get that last one.
No, what goes into the folder source/test/resources?
It's not any. I mean, see, it's not like you have to put. It's compulsory that you have to put here. But all the purpose done till here in this 3 folder. Yeah, okay. It's not like it's compulsory root hard and fast rule that you have to put something here.
I see. Okay.
Okay. It's not like that. If you will not put anything here, it will not work. So if your purpose is done, if say you are working on simple normal project and you are done with everything here in the resources and main Java, then you're okay. It's not like that you need to put something here, otherwise it will not work. So you can have all the things properly. So let's say I just want to put here something. I can create one folder here. Folder. Let me see here. Just a minute. So let me come here. Okay, so I will click on folder. I can say I want to put my all the driver. The drivers, right? So Firefox, Chrome drivers. Yeah, you can put all the drivers here. It's easy. I can directly go here and I can change it. Now again, one more thing, Farooq, for you actually will come here, that every time what you do, you always set the property for that your Chrome browser, I browser, Firefox browser, right? You don't have to do it actually, because when you work in IT company in a real time environment, you don't have to give path every time, and you don't have to download your driver every time. What we're gonna do, we'll fetch it automatically from the internet. All right. So instead of having all the things like it's not like I will not tell you all this. I mean now after this, I'm just telling you like there's a one way to get the things here. So let's say if you say always system dot set property, you set the property and you give here all the. Let me just come here. You give the Chrome, suppose Chrome path here, and then it will be like this actually, right? Always we do like this. So we have our Chrome, suppose Chrome driver is somewhere here, and there's some folder actually. You're having your Chrome.exe that you want to invert. Don't do it actually. So down the line, what we'll want to do, we'll be using one dependency, which is a web driver manager. Now it will show you error because we didn't add any dependency as of now, but we'll be using this one, and then we'll be using for Firefox. If suppose we are invoking Firefox, it will be Firefox driver dot setup. This will be using. So this is the very easy way to do it actually. It will directly download the driver, Firefox driver, from internet.
Bharat sir, we don't have to add our drivers like Firefox, Chrome driver in our package in our project.
Mhm.
Like what I'm doing is like downloading the Firefox or Chrome, and I just copy paste and I use using that. I
So
didn't know
where did
about setup.
so you mean to say where did you copy paste? Did you copy paste here in this
Like
project?
I No, I downloaded my local system. Suppose
Okay.
I downloaded
Mhm.
Firefox, Mozilla.
Mhm.
Then I in driver folder I create a folder in my project, and I use it like WebDriver, new Firefox
exe
driver
file.
or system.c.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you mean to say you are putting your driver anywhere in your system and you are accessing it without giving a path? No.
No, it's not like that.
Mhm.
I add I add a driver in my package. I create a
That's what I'm
package. I
saying. Yeah,
add.
that's what I'm saying. So you have to paste here in this your package actually in your project. Then you don't have to give this path. That's right. I agree with you.
Mhm.
Okay, but suppose I don't want to download actually. I don't want to download my Chrome browser or Firefox browser. You can directly use this line, and it will be automatically downloaded for you. The latest version of the Firefox and Chrome and all that. You don't need
Okay,
to
thanks, sir.
So
just
Actually, I was not aware of this this
yeah
method actually.
yeah.
Uh, Thanks
yeah,
for
me
this.
too. I was like, what I was doing is I was downloading the exe file and
Yeah,
storing
so
it in
that
the driver folder
yeah
and then
yeah
Some
no
background noise is coming, I think.
yes right yeah. So here so that's why you have to just copy this one and just go to your Maven repository. Here hit enter, you will be getting this dependency. Copy from here, open this, add this to your POM, and that's why we are having POM, right? Just copy and paste here, and once you will be added here, you are good to directly use this one. Okay, and based on your anything, it will be like, let me just see if I can get the option. No, it's not there. So you have to just use let me just come here, let me open anything from here. So just 1 minute. So here I can do one thing. I can say public static, and you know why we use static, right? Drive. All right, so it will be like this. If you come here, it will give you error because you didn't add any Selenium dependency here. Did you add? No, it's testng, poi, and WebDriver manager. You have to just go to again here. You have to say Selenium dependency. Okay, search for this, and you will see this one. You have to. This is the very latest. You just take this one. This is the stable. Seems stable for me. I will just copy this one, and I will just simply come here, and I will add this dependency here. See, it's very easy for me. Whatever I'll be adding here, all my dependency will be added to this one. See, this is the long list now. So now I added here. I will come here. I will just come to this. Let me just come here first of all. Now I can import it. So it's imported here from the Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so like that you can do it actually, and after this you can do all this actually. So here, let me just come here. So I can say let me write here. So web driver manager dot see, getting all option. If you want to use your Chrome driver, you can directly click on this and then say setup, and it's done. You don't have to do anything now. You can directly now what you have to do, say driver equal to new, and then you can say whatever. It's like Chrome, so you can say Chrome driver. It will be Chrome driver. And if I come here or in this, done. No path, nothing. You don't have to do anything here. You can remove this as well from here.
Sir, once show me the pom.xml like of that driver manager, driver manager. That driver web driver manager pom.xml file I want to see. Like sir, like we
okay,
can
yeah, I'll
like,
open that. Yeah, I'll open that. Yeah, no problem. So Firefox.
What is this web driver manager Firefox driver?
Right, so I'll show you that. So see, to invoke any browser, we have to use a different classes actually, and from different classes we'll be using different method actually. So this is the method for me actually. So let me just 1 minute. Let me do it. And then
yeah. So Bharat, can you means you are going to cover in separate session, right?
Everything. Yeah. So I'll be covering. I'll be covering this.
Yeah,
in
so
different session.
don't mix here so that means.
No. So this was a question. This was a question from Farooq actually. So that's why I just shown him that you don't take tension on this actually. So this is a question actually. Farooq shown me one code, and there he was writing a path every time. So we don't have to use the path there. You can directly use this one. Okay.
Actually, I don't know about this.
So that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. When I use this test, I didn't say that you have this is test engine just cover here. We'll go everything in detail. Okay. But if someone has a doubt, then definitely I have to resolve that doubt, right?
Okay.
So it's for you. I mean, if suppose I'm showing something here, I know you will not get 100%, but at least you will be getting 10%, 20%. Right? That 20% will help you when I'll explain you all this in next class. So that's why I'm showing here actually. So you should know all this actually. Okay, don't worry about it actually. It will be covered. Okay. So that's so here we can do like this, and we can invoke you can perform all the operations. All right. So all right. So let me just 1 minute. Right. Okay, Farooq. So yeah, this is all we have for today. All right. And when you have any question, any doubts, and don't take attention of this actually, we'll be covering each and everything. So today, as I covered Maven, this is now you have to do. You have to add all the dependency, because see, suppose if you have 100 dependency, I cannot add and I can show you. Whatever will be needed, whatever we'll be doing for our testing, we'll be adding here and we will doing. But there are so many dependencies are here. If you search, there's so many lists you can find here. Okay, that you have to practice, because Java is very vast. We cannot cover each and everything, but whatever will be needed for a framework, we'll be covering that. And if I'm showing something, if I know it's tough for you, when I started, I was I aware that you will not get this actually, but it's not like we'll not cover this in next section. We'll be covering this in detail. Everything will be detailed there. We'll covering everything using XPath, and everything will be there, right? So, but if you have some idea, then you can search on Google and you will get some more idea. So that's why I'm giving you something in advance, so that you will be having some idea about it actually. All right. So, all right. So let's meet tomorrow. We'll be covering our test ng, and test ng will be looking into some different notation, and we'll run everything in our test ng. All right. So meanwhile, just try this at your machine and just check if you are facing any issue or not actually there. All right.